Right, guys.
Hello.
Hey, Jerry.
Right, Jerry, we'll get going if that's all right. They're all recording. Let's just start off with general team news. First of all, how's the squad going into Saturday's game?
Yeah, all good. Couple of knocks and niggles out at the back of the load we've had in recent weeks, but yeah, lads are in good order. Looking forward to another tough fixture on Saturday.
I'm assuming people like Harvey and Luke are itching to try and get into your starting lineup, but while you're winning matches, it's nice to name unchanged lineups like you did on Tuesday night.
Yeah, when you're in such a good run of form, the team kind of unfolds along that run, and competition for jerseys right across the season's been very, very interesting to watch. But as you start to get into obviously the closing stages and the final stretch now, the lads are kind of making it very, very easy for team selection due to the results, performances, clean sheets, and long may that continue.
Like Josh, Leon, John, are they any closer to a return?
Yeah, I think Leon's chomping at the bit. He's desperate to be involved, so we'll see how a few of them get through training tomorrow. Josh is still not back up with the group at this moment. So probably come a little bit too soon from the weekend's game. But if we can add Leon to the group, to the squad, obviously his goal threat and his experience gives us something different. Certainly in that final third, and he's been a big player for us when we've managed to get him onto the pitch, and we're hoping to be able to do that a little bit more regularly into the final part of the season.
You spent the last few weeks climbing the league table, looking to get into the top 7. Now you're in the top 7. Has the mentality changed at all?
Yeah, completely. We're just going to absolutely down tools now, and we think we've arrived and we've done it. Of course not. We know there's 9 games to go, and lots of teams still scrapping away, and everybody in this division so far has been hugely competitive. Every single match we've had, since the campaign started, and I do feel it's setting up the league table certainly for an exciting end for the neutral, from a neutral perspective. But yeah, look, from our perspective, we've just got to keep doing what we're doing, keep turning up for each other. There's going to be, as I say, a lot of twists and turns between now and the end of the season, and we've just got to make sure that in every match day situation we try and take maximum points. Just what the lads have been doing pretty much since the turn of the year.
How much significance is it that you're playing a side who are second in the table on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, you get an opportunity to leapfrog them, go level with teams, if you're very, very close in the table. But again, you win Saturday, we're not promoted, and equally if you lose Saturday, you're not, your season's not over. So it's all to play for. But again, for us, nothing changes. It is a top end of the table clash now. The table's so compact behind kind of Forest Green, who are out in front, and we've got to make sure that we turn up and we give a great account of ourselves. If we do, that's been enough to take points out of games, and if we don't, then we'll get what we deserve, which will be nothing.
What are Northampton's strengths? Good at set pieces. Their defenders get lots of goals for them.
Yeah, obviously with Pinnock's delivery and Horsfall and Guthrie, they have that threat from the set piece area, but also they've got a lot of competent players, a lot of good players in open play. So we've had a skirmish with them at our place. We managed to win that game, haven't gone down to 10 men. But again, we played a back 3 in that game. There was different personnel. They'll have different personnel. The boy who was playing for them at the time, the really good striker, is it Mateti's obviously moved on in the January market, and they've replaced that. So they'll know what we're going to do. They'll be well versed. They'll probably 2 sides that'll know each other really, really well as we get into this, and it'll be the team that handles the occasion, the team that does the basics superbly on the day, that'll progress. Teams are closely matched, and as I say, I'm looking forward to a tough away fixture, and one that we can grab a lot of momentum from it should we win.
Have you had some fun on social media? Elliot Anderson being compared to Maradona. I think people took your comments perhaps not quite how you intended on Tuesday night.
Yeah, that's the world we live in at the moment, isn't it? But yeah, look, he's certainly a talented player. I mean, Diego Maradona's arguably the best player that's ever played the game. So, yeah, I get they've got to get clickbait, and certainly, they've got to repackage the truth in different ways, and it's part of the game. But yeah, I was keen to clarify that I was using Maradona in a slightly different context. But yeah, as the media do, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story, lads.
Sometimes as a manager, you want that extra 1% advantage. I just wonder, your relationship with Newcastle probably got Elliot to the Mem. Is that something that could benefit Bristol Rovers in the future?
I don't know. Look, as a manager, it is relationships. We've got a fantastic relationship with Stoke City because of, the work we've done with some of their players in the past, and obviously that opens the pathway to get access to, Connor Taylor this season. And for us, we want to, as a club, want to build relationships with all the top clubs because they have the ability to stockpile some of the best talent in the country, if not Europe, if not the world. So we'd be fools not to want to work with those guys. And also, you've got to do a good job. You've got to send the players back, developing in the manner that they want their player to develop. And for us, getting a good reputation of developing younger players, for me is key as a young coach. I want to work with the best talent in the world, and to do that, you've got to show during your apprenticeship that at every junction when you get your hands on them that you develop them and they enjoy working for you, and that their game comes on leaps and bounds. And I think across the board in my tenure as a manager, we've given opportunities to younger players, and we've been rewarded because they've been excellent when those opportunities have presented themselves. So for me, as I said lots of times, age is just a number. It's about desire, it's about hunger. We've been really lucky with some of the boys we've got because lads who I've worked with, the Newcastle lads there, Steve Harper and Shola, I've spent time in the dressing room with them as a player, and they know my character, and they know which players will work with me and which players maybe won't. So, at this moment in time, he's been superb, Elliot, and I think Newcastle will be really pleased with his development. And, we've got to continue that between now and the end of the season.
Just finally, what progress are you hoping the academy will make? Brian Dutton appointed as academy manager today.
I've got enough problems on my plate with the first team to worry about the academy. So yeah, look, they're not on the same site as us. It's not really my bag at this moment in time. I'll level with you. I've got absolutely nothing to do with it, and I've needed to not have anything to do with it because I had my work cut out with the first team department. And I imagine now as we go on and we get into the off season and focus becomes more about the football club, I would imagine we'll start to back channel and develop some of the processes. But as I say, for me that. If you don't get the first team right, there's no point in anything else in the football club, as far as I'm concerned. That everything should cascade down from the first team. You've got to get things right there, and that then gives every single department a chance to align itself to excellence. But if the first team's amateur and mediocre, there's no point having an excellent academy because you're just going to waste any talent that you get in there. And the club's in a process of evolution. Obviously the first team's moving at a speed, and we're moving in terms of the academy space. But as I say, I haven't had my eyes on it. I don't even know where they train. I don't know where they are. I don't know where they train. I know some of the boys when they get sent over to us. But as I say, we were so busy firefighting and sorting the first team out that we didn't unfortunately have a minute for the academy, and we will get back into that at some point, but obviously at this moment in time, the priorities first team from my perspective. Tom, CEO, etc. They'll be developing the academy side of it. So yeah, not the answer you want. I've seen the guy who's been academy manager named today, so I've seen that, but again, I haven't had moment in between managing my family life and managing the football team. Unfortunately, you don't get a second to dip into the academy.
No, welcome to life as a football manager. Appreciate your honesty. See you on Saturday. Thank you.
See you guys.